Hi, this is Yogesh Chabria, and I'm reminded of a story of a lady who was depressed. So once there was a very affluent lady, and she was depressed, and she started going to the psychiatrist. She had regular visits to the psychiatrist, and she would go to the psychiatrist and she would tell the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist would just listen. And she would tell the psychiatrist, nobody cares for me, nobody loves me, nobody pays attention to me, nobody understands me, my husband doesn't care for me, my kids don't care for me, my parents didn't care for me, I have a lot of money but I still feel empty. And she kept saying, so she would come regularly. Every time she would share something different. Sometimes she would say, I have lost my appetite, I can't eat any food, I don't feel hungry, my digestion is not good. Some other time she would say, I try to sleep at night, but I can't sleep at night. No matter what I do, I'm restless in bed, I don't get sleep. And one day, after listening to this lady so much, the psychiatrist said, I have somebody who is an happiness expert, and I want to call the happiness expert to help you out. And this lady was very excited. She thought a scientist will come in, a researcher will come in. So the psychiatrist, the therapist calls somebody, and she's surprised to see the cleaning lady, the lady who cleans the office, comes in, and the psychiatrist says, this is the happiness expert. And the lady is surprised. She says, what do you mean? She says, this is the happiness expert, and let me tell you. So he looks at the lady who does the cleaning, and the psychiatrist asks the lady, are you happy? She says, yes, I'm very happy. And he asks her, do you have food? Do you enjoy your food? She says, I love my food. I get to eat 2 meals in a day, but I relish the meals. They're so delicious. Then he asks the lady, do you get sleep at night? She says, yes, the moment I touch my head on the pillow, my mattress is not soft, my mattress is hard. Lots of us sleep in the same room, in the same bed. But the moment I touch my head on the pillow, I get such beautiful sleep. And so the psychiatrist looks at the lady. He says, she is happy, she has an appetite, she gets sleep at night. So what else do you need? And the psychiatrist again looks at this lady and he says, how did this happen? Were you always this happy? What happened? So she says, no, a couple of years ago, I was in a state of depression because my husband, he died in a train accident. And my husband died in a train accident. And I loved my husband. He meant everything to me. And for a few days, I didn't speak to anybody. I didn't even come to work. And I was in a state of shock. But one fine day, something very interesting happened. On my door, in my small little house, a small kitten came and she was purring. And the moment I saw the small kitten, and she was alone, she didn't have a mother, nobody was there, I immediately got some food and gave the kitten, and the kitten started eating the food. And in no time, the kitten became my friend. The kitten started living with me. I started caring for the kitten, and that gave me so much joy, just taking care of a simple kitten. And I had a realization that if sharing just a small meal with a kitten gives me so much joy, what more can I do to help people? And I started going in my neighborhood. I started teaching small kids. I started sharing my food with people. I got back to work because now I needed to make money to help more people. And in no time, I became so much happier. And I discovered that the secret to happiness is to give, to share, because the more you give, it comes back 100-fold. So if I give you something, if I share something with you, it comes back 100-fold. And even here I work as a sweeper. I consider it a privilege. I consider it a joy. I get the opportunity to clean this beautiful space. And this lady who was depressed, the affluent lady, the wealthy lady, she looked at the sweeper, and she had a realization that the moment you start giving, your life changes. In this moment, I want you to stop complaining. You might be going through a challenging phase, whatever it is, and instead see how you can become more giving. And the more you give, remember, the more you give, the more it will come back to you. So start being more giving, start sharing more, and you will realize that your life is such a beautiful gift. Take care, have a beautiful evening or a day, and I shall see you soon.